nose.
Oh, it comes out really fast. It's different than honey, so it's quick to.
Let's see, this is steeping, yeah.
I don't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
No, but I'm going to put some on my finger and taste it.
Aha, good thinking.
See if I like it.
I'm just a straight white sugar man myself.
I'm a chemical girl.
I like honey.
Oh, that's not bad.
So does that mean it's good?
It's not honey.
Okay.
It's one of those answers where, well, it's not bad. That way it still leaves it up to the other individual to determine.
It tastes like molasses honey.
It tastes like it would take a lot of it, about 3 tablespoons, to do a teacupful of sweetener.
Well, what we're talking about so far is like listening to God so far has been the most interesting to me. And I told him a little bit about the Vets for Peace that I'm going to be involved in, or that I have been involved in. And some of the actions we're taking, we definitely believe in impeachment. And I'd like to talk about impeachment, if you two are interested in talking about that.
Are you talking about the
Bush?
current president?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Impeaching
and
him?
Vice President, yes, yes, I am. And Nancy Pelosi, and why she doesn't withdraw herself, because she's in line for the presidency, if in fact that they were impeached. So she has a conflict of interest.
Oh, yeah, because you're right.
Yeah.
There's conflict in there.
Exactly, and I don't understand why nobody has brought that to her attention yet, that she should definitely not be involved in that decision making. And that would excuse her from making this bad decision she made long ago and this promise she made to not impeach. Now, if that's the only reason she's holding in there, she has a way out, an honorable way out.
Because Bush has done too much to... I'm sorry, he is not fulfilling his oath of office. His oath of office was to defend the Constitution.
Yeah.
And he has done more to rip off the Constitution and our rights than any other president we've had in history.
Absolutely. At least any president that I know very much about.
He used 9/11 as a tool to get what he wanted.
And he continues to manipulate the American psyche
And
around that.
what a lot of people don't understand is, under the Patriot Act, he technically, some of his defense about being the fact that the judicial branch is, what's the term, but protected from their prosecution and all this, is because what he did is he reshifted the power, the structure of power. When the United States was formed, we have the judicial branch, the executive branch, and the legislative branch. Now they're all on the same level. What Bush did for the Patriot Act is he reshifted everything. He put the executive office top. Under that, he put the
He changed the balance of powers.
yeah. He put himself up top. He put Homeland Security, or the SS, underneath. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna call them what they are. They're SS.
Yeah, because I was just through an airport recently, and they were definitely SS-minded.
Well, when you think about what was the SS
Those TSA?
what was the SS job? The SS job was to police the Germans. What's the Homeland Security's job? To police us. And then he put everything underneath that.
Do you think many Americans really understand that?
No.
Well, they will understand a little more when they go through an international airport. Trust me.
Many of them won't. Most Americans
Well,
won't.
you know, I heard a statistic yesterday, the day before, that a lot of the Republicans are still almost or 100% behind Bush.
Why not? Because
It's bizarre. It's
because-
bizarre because, you know, I go down the street and I'm wondering, like, who could honestly be believing these people?
I doubt that it can be 100% since his
Yes,
ratings
no,
have fallen
no,
so
but
much.
if you
That
go- if you
includes
go- no.
Republicans.
No, if you go to areas where there are Republican strongholds, he still has very, very high approval ratings.
And that has a lot to do with media. You know, the media in those areas are all Republican also. So they're just feeding them the lies.
Yeah.
So these people have no real information to go by.
And that's why the only way that people are truly going to have an understanding of what's going on in society is either A, through public access.
You can be pouring in that.
Or
Well,
by
then I
going,
think I will.
That's been ready for a while.
or
Oh,
by
good.
going and.
I bought
you
some
care?
more. I bought some more. I love it.
Would you care for some of
I
this?
did too.
This is hibiscus? Is that
No.
No,
correct?
it's jasmine.
Jasmine.
Jasmine, would you like me to pour you some jasmine?
Look, I did too.
You too.
Yeah.
And let's make sure we got the right one. Mo Li Zhang Dao. That's what I got.
It's good, isn't it?
It's
You want some
delicious.
jasmine?
If you find something good, I believe in getting some
And
up.
here's Jonathan.
Yes.
Hey, Jonathan.
Okay, this is
Oh, I already
Jonathan.
got my food.
Jonathan, are you having jasmine? Oh, it's really so delightful looking.
Perhaps I get a couple
So
more
why-
things done, I may be able to join
Why
you.
do we have such a difficult time getting
Cool.
someone like something like free media in this country? Like URTV is such
Oh,
a
because
wonderful
you
environment.
control it.
Because you can control the
People.
populace. They've
Yeah.
been doing it since the get-go.
Well, did you
Since
ever
the get-go, and we know when that was.
did you ever watch did you ever watch a program on HBO
Since
called
Moses.
Maximum Headroom?
No, a very long time ago.
Yeah, and it was
right.
based about a
Salute, a votre sante, to everyone,
What does that mean
to your health, in French.
in French?
Oh, merci.
Merci.
That is excellent. Well, if you remember, the basis
Wonderful
of Maximum
smell.
Headroom was about a pirate TV station, and it was in that van. Well, in 2009, that will no longer be a possibility because everything's going to digital. All analog stations are to be, all analog channels are to be turned back to the federal government, which means people like you and me that grew up with free TV are no longer going to have free TV because you're going to have to pay cable or satellite. Now, maybe, you know, if this world exists for another 20, 30 years, I mean, we'll still have some analog TV, so you can still do it for a while, but once you lose all the analog TVs that can receive it, then there will be no free communication.
I don't think people will allow that to happen, and plus we'll still have the internet.
We'll have the internet more then.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
But
And we'll have TV on our internet. And it can be.
And we do now. My husband
Yeah.
started watching this internet. What was it called? It's a new like.
It's like, I know there's an internet TV.
Of it's like a new. He says it's like a magazine and a newspaper together. Only they have video clips, and it's the latest news. And he just told me about it today.
Well,
But
call him on your cell phone and ask him what it
I
is.
don't have a cell phone, but I can call him. I can use the telephone here. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't carry a cell phone either. I don't want to carry a government leash.
What are those rays doing to us? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I remember when they were talking about that when you had your cell phone here, you get radiating the brain and all that.
Was that when you heard me talking about that? Or
No,
somebody else talking
that's
about it?
somebody
Because
else
I
about
talked about it too.
Oh, okay. I do wonder because I mean,
I wonder about Wi-Fi signals too, but I figure if I'm being killed by Wi-Fi, I don't care.
yeah, if TV's not getting you the
Really?
Wi-Fi, I'll get you.
The Wi-Fi is not a real strong signal, so
Oh, okay.
it's not.
I'm trying to get this cheese open and it's very hard. Do you have a pocket knife in your bag of tricks?
No, I do. Or do you got one? I can go up. and
Cannot get
mine.
it.
Let's see.
I'll be right back.
They make things so hard to get into.
I do,
They make things adult-proof.
I
Bought
do,
some
but-
brie cheese.
but it's not. It's dirty.
Well, I'm not going to cut into areas where it's going to touch the food. I'm just going to cut the saran. You look very chic today, John.
In my Mountain Dungeon T-shirt.
Yeah, and your black slacks.
Okay.
You're looking. You're looking very.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. See, look. Can you believe it? I did bring my own mic today, by the way.
You did.
Yeah.
Now, oh, you got it already?
No, well, no, I need a sharper one than John's.
I need. We've got some wire cutters in here, I think.
We might need them.
Well,
Here's the blade. Haven't used this one in a long while, but it should be very sharp.
Yeah, it looks sharp.
is it? Is it gonna work?
Yep,
Okay, then I won't keep digging.
yep.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
You're welcome.
But I need to depose you because it's time for me to change the shot and change a lot of things.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to
All right.
run upstairs because I gotta get my editing
But I
done.
can
for the
wait
show
mine.
tomorrow.
I don't have to jump up and down. You have crackers.
I have crackers and brie cheese.
Oh, now I gotta leave. I can put off editing for a little bit longer.
And napkins. I got napkins.
I'll just come in here tomorrow and
Crackers.
what the heck? I'll come and work tomorrow on the editing too.
Some cheese.
No, we don't want you to be late on your editing.
No, I got over an hour and 6 minutes. I got to cut some. I'm doing the special effects stuff on it. Yeah, it's going to be running crazy.
What are you doing? What's
The Mad Monkey Mumford. And so far, it's been a lulu. The second show I had, the first show went great. Second show I had a bunch of my friends from the streets on, and this band showed up, and it's from 8 to 9 o'clock every Friday night. And when street people have a coarser language, and when you combine that with they drank half a gallon of booze, they got me.
Anything could happen.
Yeah, and it did.
It usually does.
It did.
Oh, my.
And I got treated with grace because I ended up off the air for 2 weeks, but it ended up being 4 weeks because of Thanksgiving. And so now, any of my friends I will tape, I will be the only one in the studio live. Sorry, folks, but next time it would cost me 2 months, and after that it cost me 6 months. And live is fun, so I'll just worry about my own risk.
Well, the thing is, when it's live, was it live?
Yeah.
It's hard to control stuff.
Yeah.
Things can happen on live TV. Ask Don Imus.
Well, he did.
Disastrous thing.
He did
Yeah.
it himself, though. I mean, it wasn't
Well,
like.
I mean, even so, still, the bottom line is things can happen on live TV. It can be disastrous.
And it does. Believe me, I found that
Have
out.
you seen? I know Don Imus. You're fond of him.
Yes, I've seen it.
Have you seen him? I haven't seen him.
Yes.
That Jasmine was great.
Yes. That
Yes.
Jasmine is good, isn't it? We have some that's even better.
You have to go have me a second cup, and I will have to go and edit. But it's fun. And by the way, any members of URTV, if you need any editing work done, get hold of me. Or studio work. I'm certified studio. I'm certified for the editing.
You can run a camera for them.
Yep. And I'm slowly getting better at the switcher. You know, it's a lot of stuff involved in especially with the blue screen. Like I found out, I couldn't understand why my blue screen was weird, but it was great effect until I realized it's because I didn't put the house lights on.
That's true.
I mean, I had the house lights on, I didn't put the other lights on, and so there wasn't enough light to make me fully visual.
Okay.
But it's neat effect. When I want that effect, I'll just kill some light.
Well, there's an awful lot to learn when you start being a TV producer. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
Well, especially when you're not just the producer, you're the director, and you're the editor, and you're the writer, and you're the actor, and it's called insanity gone wild.
You put some brie cheese down, you put one of those jams on top, one of those spreads on top.
Okay, so I do the cheese first.
We like that Vaseline.
Vaseline has many uses.
That Vaseline, y'all try some of that Vaseline on your cracker there. That's. I know it doesn't seem like what you'd want, but.
Now tell me about this latest haircut.
Okay, now
Did you
see-
do it?
No, it's not been cut. It's the same haircut you've been seeing for months. People have
Oh, the
been,
prison haircut.
people. Yes, it's the prison haircut. But now you'll make people think I was in prison. I wasn't in.
No.
Gave it to myself. Okay, now wait a minute. Now let's see if this is the same. That's what
It didn't look the same, but it tastes very similar.
You're right, but the picture is different.
Is it?
What does it say?
It
the
says
same?
something different. Zhang something.
Oh, sure does.
Ah.
I'll have to go back and get some more of this.
I know, because I asked her the other day, which one is the jasmine, and she told me that
This
was.
is jasmine. That's what she told me. I got jasmine. Yes.
Yeah, but this one doesn't make the little jasmine flowers.
It
come
does.
up.
It has some in there. I saw them.
Yeah, but I think it's just the base of the Globe Amaranth.
Okay.
But it's still good. It's good tea. but
Well,
it's not quite as good as the jasmine.
well, we'll start throwing one of the. I'll get another bag of that right there.
Wow,
And-
because when I go back to get them, I'm gonna remember get the Jane Noir.
And I'll get this.
Jane.
I'll get that, and I'll throw
Jane
one
Noir.
of these and one of the. I'm starting to put two in that pot because it was a little weak last time. You know, it was, when you get a new pot or when you start working a new tea, you start figuring out how to make it right. Does the potency seem right this time?
It's perfect.
Okay, so I think I used two this time.
It's interfered with my palate with the cheese and the preserves on it
Mm-hmm.
because that's much sweeter.
Mhm.
So it's kind of overpowering it, but
Right.
I think it'll.
Well, that's very powerful. The all of these things are very
the
powerful.
Vaseline.
The Vaseline is very powerful. Yes. What was very? I remember the Vaseline being very popular last time.
Well, the orange thick spread is great.
That is good, isn't it?
Oh, what am I doing? I've done it already, I think. I'm putting this up. Okay. Yeah, I was suspicious when you saw how the new ones look more like an acorn than these did.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They were round.
Right.
Yours were
These are-
rounder.
yeah.
That's what I thought too. I said, I don't think it's the same. But
But it was close enough.
yeah,
Considering the language barrier and stuff, it makes
Exactly,
it difficult
yeah.
to buy
I
tea.
think so. But now that I know the name of it, that's the key. And I can remember that because my first husband was in Benoit, Vietnam, so I can remember that last name, Hua.
Well, I'm going to try some of this. Huh. And so you do put the white moldy part of the brie on the
Yeah,
You eat
the
that.
rind.
the rind. You eat the rind with the brie.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll put a big glob. I'm rather piggish.
And now, what is that you're playing with?
It's my wireless mic. Because we've been accused of having murky sound,
Mm.
so we gotta.
So you came in to unmercify yourself.
Well, yeah, and also last week Jonathan told me I didn't have to be careful with my wireless mic anymore because the cusser had left. Okay, so that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are you replacing the batteries on them?
Yeah, because someone had borrowed this and they told me that my batteries were low, so I'm just going to go ahead and
Well, I'll take your used batteries if you don't want them. Because I have a
I have to kill the fan.
flashlight that's diode. I mean, not diode, LED. And I can take used batteries and I can make them last another month to light. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to try these others and see if they're okay.
Well, I hate to hit and run, or eat and run. I'm gonna run up and edit. I'll be back down in a little while.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. And your first name is?
Davine.
Davine. Nice to meet you. And then is it Davine or Davine?
Davine.
And my last name's Tremonti, so I know what it's like for sometimes people to.
I know.
You know.
You have unusual names. People have a little bit of a problem with it.
I'll set my cup off to the side for now, and I'll wash it later. Like this one with that.
Oh no, this is a different mic.
This is the one from
Radio Shack. Uh-huh.
Can I come in here?
Oh, wait a minute. I'll see. I've got you muted at the moment because I'm waiting to see. So, are you ready? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm ready.
Does it show you coming through on your meter?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Shows me coming through.
Uh-huh. Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
I love the Sennheiser EW100 G2 wireless mic.
Yeah. Okay.
You know how powerful it is.
Yeah.
What's it doing?
It's going. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what we got going on there. Oh, that's better. But we could go to your original mic either.
I thought I heard a little more static there too.
Well, that was the mic
Oh, okay.
rubbing around.
This phone's only mic up.
I'm gonna unmute this one so we can hear a little bit of ourselves in here. Okay. Yeah. Are you ready?
It's showing a little higher on the.
Okay. There we go.
It's showing much higher,
Very nice.
running over nicely on the
That's very nice.
on the thing.
Huh.
I'm just gonna hold it in my lap.
Really? All right. It's making a bit of a noise.
Oh, because it's rubbing against my shawl there.
I'm gonna turn it down while we get it.
Okay, we get it fixed.
Yeah. Hey there.
I got the name of it for you. It's the
you-
alternate peak. That's what it's called. Alternate.
Alternate.
Yeah. Have you been there already? Have you seen it?
No, I don't know what we're talking about.
It's like a newspaper, and it's the latest news of what's going on, but it also does a video. And my husband's just amazed that you can now go to the internet and read something. I've been wanting him to read blogs or that kind of thing for news, because he's been reading the Citizen Times and been very unhappy with it for quite a while. So finally he found something that he really believes in and trusts. That's-
On the internet.
Yeah, right. Exactly. So here's to you, James. I'm glad you found something, sweetie. Something new and reliable and interesting. And that's hard to do, isn't it? What do you count on for your news sources? Either of you.
Rumor.
Rumor does.
Rumor and innuendo.
I do a cross section on the internet.
Yeah?
I do a cross section and then try to form my own opinion between all the stuff that I'm reading. Because somewhere, I feel like the truth is somewhere in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
Between
right.
Drudge Report and the Huffington Post. The truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I like Huffington. I love listening to her on Left, Right, and Center. And just in general, I respect her a lot.
Yeah, but they have their agenda too. The left has just as much of an agenda as the right, in my opinion.
Oh, sure, yeah. So true. Who doesn't have an agenda?
Well, I mean, there seems
Wow,
to be
that's
such
heavy,
a
huh? You
quest
want me to help you?
for.
I'll go
John,
around.
hand me this cheese, please. Seems to be
Yes.
such a quest for power
Indeed.
on both
Try
sides.
some of the Vaseline. You'll like it.
The
The
Vaseline.
Vaseline. Yes, I recommend the Vaseline very much. Really good, actually. It's really good. We like it. Let's see.
It's called Sticky Fingers Bakery's Lemon Curd. Oh, yes, I've heard of lemon curd. Never tasted it yet.
Well, it works.
Well, it's
We like
good
it.
on brie cheese.
Make myself little. Make
There you
myself
go.
too big.
Thank you. Gracias.
Pass me one of those napkins.
Absolutely. Here we go. One for you. There you go.
Yeah,
And
so
maybe-
so John, where do you find your news?
My news. Like I say, rumor and innuendo is what.
Well, where do you get your rumor and innuendo? You just go down the street and say,
Well,
here rumor, here innuendo.
well, I must get some of it from television, because I do watch some television. Not a lot. It comes and goes in spells. I may go a long time and not see any television, and then at other times I may see.
Do you need some help?
Don't be laughing at me. It's really about
Don't
TV,
talk and pour at the same time. Is
Yeah,
that the lesson here?
No, I just figure most of it out. I watch, I do, and maybe I'll watch some of that because I go over to Martha's house, and Martha is a big MSNBC fan. So
Does she like Keith?
Huh?
She likes Keith.
Yeah,
And does she like Chris Matthews?
yeah.
What about
I guess.
Tucker?
I mean, I don't know because I don't know their names. I'm not like that big a fan. Like I know what these guys' names are.
Oh, so you're not a
But-
political junkie who's been following all this stuff for years, like.
Oh yeah, for 50 years I've been following it, but I just can't say that I have any one particular news source. I get my news the same way that God talks to the monk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Hither and yon, just sort of whatever comes about. And so I just hear, I hear things if they make sense, I more or less, and something I've
How about
decided.
NPR? I bet you're an NPR guy.
I do hear NPR.
Mm-hmm.
I do hear NPR.
Have you been hearing that over the years also?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Do you think it's improved or gotten less reliable?
Less? What do you think?
I'm afraid that that's the case. It seems like they've become more commercial.
It was inevitable
Yeah.
when their funding started being cut and stuff like that. People, when people's fundings get cut, and when people are having financial problems and things like that. I wonder if I've ever turned my microphone back on. I'm over here talking, my brain's out. Yeah, it has. I should put my headphones on. Let me see. I have.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Testing over here.
Keep talking.
Testing.
Oh God, yes.
And can you hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear me chewing? No.
Yeah, you're good. You're good and hot now.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll even beef up your voice a little like Randini does to.
Yeah, make it more resonous.
Yeah.
Where it's deep and
Husky
Throaty.
and
Throaty.
Yeah, right.
Throaty.
Yeah, really like the sexy
Throaty, yeah,
sound.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
because I don't like it when it's a little high and soprano-ish and
No,
tinny.
yeah, right,
We should
no,
get it down
no.
there and give it some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we can do just so much. Actually,
But you look very sexy and all
Oh, well,
those things.
thank you. Thanks.
actually, continue.
Okay.
Okay, is my voice coming through okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're in
Okay.
this mic picks up really well.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And if you ever want to really make a point, put your elbows on the table and just lean in like this.
Just
Oh, I'm-
lean in.
I'm-
I'm all for impeachment. Impeachment of both Bush and Cheney.
I am
That's
my Me
for.
too.
Here's what I am for: them being prosecuted for war crimes.
First,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'll go for that.
Because we can't let what has happened in this administration go unchecked because the rest of American history will suffer for it
That's right.
if we let
right.
it go. So there's and everybody is like, oh well, the term's almost over now.
That's
Well,
not the point.
No, it's not
folks.
the point.
That's not the point
It's not
at
the
all.
point. It's not the point. It's not.
It's that we deserve better. We deserve much better.
Well-
And, of course, the stuff about Clinton, since they bothered to impeach him for that BS, then...
No, there's a blowjob.
yeah, right.
BJ, not BS.
Yeah, right, okay.
Can we say that?
So we could be a little
I
more
don't know.
specific, apparently, around here.
Well, we can use the right initials.
yeah, right.
Okay.
I am an
Now I
adult.
get to-
I can
I
do
get to
that. I'm
taste the
over
new
50.
tea.
I guess I can say BJ.
You notice we got flowers floating in the new tea.
It's pretty. Really gives it.
Well, I just can't think of a better thing to do is have some flowered tea.
All right.
And brie and lemon curd.
Yeah.
What a delightful thing to do.
Well, now
That's
we
right.
have two more teapots sitting there, and if you'll notice the blue one, which is my new easy steeper, which brings me back. And I mean, I'm not trying to get away from the impeachment thing here, but we do have more important things to talk about because
Because we have no control over impeachment anyway.
I have
We
We
just
have
have
no
our
con-
opinion. That's it.
we seem to have no
Everybody's
control.
got one of those.
We seem to have no control over anything. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
But okay, but I have a new easy steeper, which is the blue, the cobalt blue piece now.
Where'd you get it?
I got it at the kitchen store place.
You should see the gorgeous teapot I got at World Market.
Oh, I was where's that? You'll have to show me where that is.
Where Airport Road is? Instead of going on the way to the airport, you go the opposite way in that new mall there with
On the
Target and...
Right hand or left hand?
Well, if you're going back towards Hendersonville Road, it's going to be on the left, about 2 red lights down.
Okay.
Once you get off of I-26. And I got a crystal teapot for this tea. I mean, it's crystal.
uh-huh.
It's very, and it's got this little insert that's clear with
Right.
really tiny little slits in it. And so you put that little flour thing in there and you steep it. Then you lift that out but you can see, or you can leave it in there like that.
Can you tell me what did the teapot cost?
$10.
Wow.
That's what the
Sounds
new
like a
Easy
great
Steeper.
deal.
That's what the new Easy Steeper costs as well.
But it only holds
Wow.
about 3 cups.
Uh-huh.
It's not a large volume teapot, but it sure is
But it's
cute.
beautiful, it sounds like.
It's
Yeah.
cute. It's very
Yeah.
cute. So I bought 2, one for my house and one for Herb's house, and then I promptly broke the little insert.
That's what that's it. Okay, now so yours had a nice little glass insert, which I'm sure was very fancy and
No,
really cool.
no, it's just cool, and you can't get it anywhere else unless you buy another teapot, which
That's
is
what
what
I-
I ended up doing.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
now I have 3 teapots and 2 inserts,
Okay, well, let me show you. This one
similar to that.
This
I love
one
a
comes
person
with this,
so
but
human.
this won't break. It's stainless steel.
That came with that one.
No, with the glass teapot.
Oh yeah, see, and I saw that, but mine's prettier.
Anyway, did they have these there too?
No, but I saw those at the Chinese place when I went and got
Oh
the
yeah.
tea.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't break. I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. That's very practical.
But where do you get the lovely flowers that turn into the tea?
That's
You get them
Come-
at the wonderful Chinese restaurant, John.
Mrs. Wong's. It's their family business. They own the Wu Yi Tea Company in China,
Oh, wow.
which was where some of the best teas in the world come from.
Wow.
So, and she lives right here in town, and she and her husband have a restaurant here, and her brother runs the tea company in China. And so particularly when she goes on vacation and goes home to China and she comes back with teas, which she's just done, is a good time to catch her. But she gets tea, and I buy tea. I buy fabulous teas, and pay her like the price of Lipton.
Ooh, wow.
But for the best tea in the
Wow.
world.
Wow.
So
So you got a special deal going
She's-
on there.
it's-
You have
well,
a
it's
little
just
love
one-
affair with this woman, don't you?
with her tea,
Yeah.
she has good tea, and but anyway, like I say, the new Easy Steeper is ready now. I need to. What I don't have is what I have learned. They call
So you mentioned a guy. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
please.
You mentioned a guy that you bought one for. Who was that? May I ask?
That's my gentleman friend.
That's your gentleman friend, your SO.
No,
That's so.
he's like 72. That's a little old to be a boyfriend.
Oh, really?
I think so. I mean, to call somebody a boyfriend at that age.
Gentleman friend.
My
Yeah.
gentleman friend.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, he's
my
definitely not a
significant-
boy
he's-
at 72.
Yeah, no. So he's my significant and has been for like 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
So bought
So,
one
but you
for
don't
his
live
house.
together?
Oh no.
Is he way too much of a gentleman for that?
We both are very stuck in our ways. We've both been living alone for a long time before we met.
Uh huh.
And you know how hard it is to change once you've been
Yeah.
on your own for a long time.
I have
and
kind
so-
of a clue about that. Yeah.
So we don't live together. But we
I've
do
heard of
visit
really
every day.
successful relationships where people have their own homes
Oh, yeah.
connected, and they
Uh-huh.
just do their own thing and come together when they want to.
I know successful relationships where people don't see each other for months at a time, and that's one of the reasons in these particular cases that's not probably not recommended for most successful
It
relationships.
all depends on what time in life you have this relationship too. Like if you're raising children, obviously you better.
You need to be married.
Yeah, you need to
It
be close
helps.
together. Yeah,
You have a stable family life.
yeah, yeah.
But
When you're older, then you can play a little or change your form of your
Well,
relationship.
people are living longer and society is not set up for that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what worked 200 or 300 or 1,000 years ago, it's not happening when people live to be 90 or 100.
And well too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So things have to change.
Yeah.
Traditional things have to change a little bit.
Yeah, just the whole idea of like not having sex when you're a senior citizen has got to change. I mean, so many people
No, now
just
with Viagra, you
are
don't have to be
astounded.
sexless.
Of course not. Absolutely.
I'm surprised at how many women don't know that you can take a little Viagra too.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
It works for women too.
Tell us what it does for women. Because it
Oh, I'm
doesn't.
blushing.
Never mind. It makes blood rush to your head, doesn't it?
It makes blood rush to different areas of your body. In fact, when if you take a whole one, you'll get real flushed in the face and you get a throbbing headache.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really better to
Not
only
good.
take half,
Mm-hmm.
and then let things just have their way, and it's nicely intensified. I mean, why should they get all the fun?
Absolutely. Of course. I'm thinking if they're having fun, then we're having fun.
Well,
That's what
but
I'm
we could
thinking.
be having more fun.
You heard it here on the Mad Scientist Tea Party.
surprised
Viagra's
people
not
don't
just
know
for daddy anymore.
People don't know that.
Viagra's not just for daddy
All
anymore.
my relatives down in South Carolina, because they were talking about getting a hold of some in the Dominican Republic or something and smuggling in Viagra. Because apparently it's hard for some type of people to get or whatever. And I said, well, yeah. And then I told them, you know, how nice it is. And they were like, we never heard of that. Well, traditionally, it's not like, you know, it's not, the FDA is not recommending it. But then the FDA doesn't recommend a lot of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, do we recommend the FDA? I don't.
I don't recommend the
I
FDA.
personally don't. No.
Yeah, I want to add to your collection there. This is, you might find this to be more appropriate for the
Because these are tea cookies.
They are. Did you see tea biscuits? I finally
Tea
found tea
biscuits.
biscuits.
Where'd you find them?
Wow.
At the grocery store. I got it. I found them at Ingles. I haven't tasted one yet, but
Oh, they're good.
they say tea biscuit on them, so I suppose they should taste like a tea biscuit. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think they'll be best with the what is
So
it?
the best one.
The lemon
Vaseline
curd.
on it. Mhm.
Oh, that's good.
I have
Orange
fancy jams
fig
too. I'll go get some more.
He's got some jams too. Mm.
He likes to get up and walk about.
Yes.
Isn't he? He's
Oh,
a
yes.
walkabouter. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's
So
pretty
what-
uncontrollable.
What do you think is the main lesson you've learned in life?
That life is short
Mm.
and precious, and that you should savor each day and each relationship that you have
Mm-hmm.
to the max.
I like that. I like the savoring part, especially.
Yes,
Yeah.
you should savor
Yeah.
each day.
So what if
Like I'm savoring this brie and lemon curd right now.
What if you wake up depressed though? You know, so it's kind of like not such a great day. It doesn't feel like such a great day.
Then
Something.
I do something creative, and that always gets me out of depression.
Yeah.
I don't have to take antidepressants. I'm very lucky. I can pull myself out of a depression by doing something that makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that can be any kind of. It could be as mundane as vacuuming my whole house.
Mm-hmm. That's very creative, isn't it? Actually, cleaning can be very
yeah,
creative.
It's nurturing.
Yeah, it is very much.
It's
so.
very nurturing.
Right.
So
Right. And what kind of
It
tea
doesn't
is
have to
that
be-
in your blue teapot?
rock tea.
Ah, oh wow, it's a heavy duty tea.
So
Very
what do you do?
substantial
What do you
tea.
do whenever you wake up depressed?
Oh, I wallow in it.
Oh,
Do
me
you
too.
wallow?
No,
Creative wallowing
I try to.
or wallering.
Wallowing.
Wallowing.
Yeah, I like to slosh
Wallowing
in
in
it.
self-pity.
Slosh in it. I go out and garden.
Yeah, but see, that's very
That's a
good.
good
And
one.
I really feel like that could be an answer to a lot of the world's problems.
Gardening.
Just start a damn garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but you apparently have such a lovely one from the pictures.
Well, it's
And-
nice.
And the front of your gentleman friend's house don't look bad either.
Oh, yeah, he's a great, I mean, we both are gardeners, so
Mm-hmm.
we find that that's,
Do you share plants back and forth?
he's very
bet you do.
stingy, and I really
Oh.
have to twist
Oh,
him
do you?
and
Oh.
lay on the guilt trip.
Just to get a
He's
cutting
like,
or something.
Oh, he goes like, oh, I can't let you have that. And get this, I used to be a commercial grower. So I know a lot about horticulture.
Mm-hmm.
But in his mind, the only person who can really grow any kind of plant is him, and anybody else is going to hurt them. One time I had some orchids, and they had the tags on them so that you know the names of them, you know. And he took off all the names of my orchids, and he said, "Those tags were hurting the stems. You shouldn't have those on there. They're hurting the plant."
Oh, he shows on people, does he?
Oh, yeah, well,
he's
he's got that. Yeah, he's got that, but he can be bitch slapped into not being that way.
Okay.
If he does it and I catch him at it, he tries it, I'm just like,
Drop that right now.
and he responds. But he was highly educated and went to like he was a doctor. They teach him that.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
medical
They
school.
do.
They teach him that.
Yeah.
He
That
calls
power,
his, well, and then he
authority,
was in
better
the
than
the
thou
Coast
thing.
Guard, and he was a captain, which is really high.
Whoa.
It's like a full colonel in the army.
Uh-huh.
And so he's got the he calls
got
it
a
his
double.
Captain, Doctor, Father, God complex.
Oh, wow.
It comes out very
Wow.
often,
Yeah.
but he laughs about it. I mean, he's not so into it that he's not aware that it's very off-putting with people.
Yeah.
It either works or it doesn't.
Every
Yeah.
small
You know, some
detail
people
of the room.
need an authoritarian.
My
figure.
senses
Yeah,
increased
well,
a thousand.
if you have cancer, say, for instance,
For
and
the
you need
first
somebody
time.
to tell you what to do.
But
then
you need to do,
an
and that's
authoritarian
you need an
figure.
authoritarian figure
Yeah.
saying you need to stop smoking or else that someone's going to kill you.
I began to float
Well, that doesn't
up
work
and
actually.
away from my body. As my brain seemed to be
No,
held in
reason,
the grip of
reason,
a giant fire.
reason.
My temples were pounding. Everything around me became suddenly unreal.
Have y'all been properly introduced?
Not properly.
Okay. This
But
is
I like her
Kasha.
a whole lot.
And Davine, I seen that you have already have already hit it off.
Kasha?
Kasha.
Yes.
And
Kasha.
and you've already hit it off. And I hit it. She was one of my students, weren't you?
Yes, I was. That's right.
And
Yes.
and I saw her in action way back, and I said, I want her on the Tea Party. And I think this is your first time. Is that true?
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Did you drop
One
in
time
before?
I zipped through and in out.